How did I feel about seeing my story in Fabien Toulmé's new book? Incredible. From the first time we spoke about his trip to Texas, then to his arrival in Austin, where we went to my alma mater, the University of Texas at Austin, and then had some barbecue and visited my old house and his job, I just knew this graphic novel was going to be special. And when the book came out in Europe, I realized that Fabien did an amazing job illustrating my epic Wall Street story and documenting my life in Austin, Texas as a musician. I am so proud to be part of this important story on work and life across the world. What has impacted me the most? Man, that's a great question. Well, I think we have to start all the way back when I was in college at university, and I decided to give up music, which was my love, and focus on finance. And my goal was to make as much money as possible. So I don't regret that decision. I had a great time on Wall Street. I was certainly energized as a junior investment banker. However, after 20 years of working in the finance world, I was miserable. I was burnt out. I was stressed out. I didn't want to do it anymore. And when I quit my job, I had a lot of free time, and I thought a lot about, well, what am I going to do? And I kept coming back to my childhood love of music. So I view my transformation as a way to live that life that I gave up all those years ago. Starting over in a new career was terrifying. I mean, I spent several years thinking about leaving my job, but I never did it. Then came COVID and all the mental health challenges that came with it. And I remember the exact moment that I made the decision, finally made the decision to leave my job. I was sitting in the hospital. You really could have died. My parents were incredibly worried about me. I had, the IV sticking in my arm. The monitors were beeping away. And I'm laying there and I'm going, is this really what I want my life to be? Do I want to be, yeah, sure, I'm making a lot of money, but I'm miserable. And so miserable that I almost killed myself, basically. So I knew I wanted to be happy, and I knew that my old life wasn't working, and it was at that very moment that I decided to make the change. But that's what it took for me to get over the hump, and I hope that my story will help others make those changes before it gets to that critical juncture. So much has changed in my life. Back in the day when I was working, I would be up at 6 a.m., go to the gym, and then I would be at work from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and meeting after meeting, and never had time to think or certainly any time for self-care. I never made time for self-care. And now I can sleep until 8 in the morning, and then I work out all morning doing yoga and hiking. Afternoons are my creative time. I spend either in my home studio or in the recording studio, either practicing my existing songs or creating new music. Most importantly, I have freedom. I can set my own agenda. I can set my own schedule. I can be anywhere in the world. I can even come to Brazil and buy the book, which I'm going to do later this year. So you can't put a price on your mental health. I can fully say now that once I got all of that work stress out of my life, I'm much happier and I'm much healthier. And that's what's important. What would I say to someone that really wants to make a change in their life? Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. That's a line from one of my songs. And what that means is I'm not telling you to quit your job today or tomorrow. What I'm saying is to start seriously thinking. If you're serious about making a change, start thinking about it. Think about what you want in life and how to make that happen. Okay? So first off, for instance, decide what you could be doing if you could truly do anything, if money wasn't an option, okay? Can you turn your passion into an income? And that leads me to my second piece of advice, which is check out your finances. You know, you need to make sure that your finances are in order, because you probably are going to be making less money in your new career, at least at the beginning, than you were in your old career. And then I would say, understand that life is a journey, right? And you have multiple decision points along the way. If you make one decision, that doesn't mean that you can't make other decisions in the future. But I would just try and get yourself moving towards that place that you want to be. And good things will happen. I mean, look at me. I made a LinkedIn post and ended up on the cover of Fabien Toulmé's amazing graphic novel. So, I mean, anything is possible. Just believe in yourself. What does being in the book mean to me? Well, I mean, it's hard to describe, but I'm so happy that I'm able to inspire others with my story, and I am just so honored to be in Fabien's book. As I talked about before, towards the end of my career in finance, life was meaningless. I didn't even know what I was doing. Sure, I was making money, but I wasn't happy. I was depressed and I almost died. Okay, so that's where that life would have ended up. Now I don't really make any money, certainly not like I was before, but I have my freedom. And to me, that means everything. To be able to follow whatever path that I want to be on. And that includes helping others. So I really hope that Fabien Toulmé's instant classic about work and life will help people make those important changes in their life. I truly think this was destiny, Fabien finding me all the way in Austin, Texas, from a LinkedIn post and then an article in Texas Monthly Magazine. And every day I just give thanks for the life that I have chosen. And I'm proud that I was courageous enough to do something that very few people have done. And I hope you can do it too. It's easy to do if you just set your mind to it. So good luck.